The gadgets that players are normally used to, like flashbangs and smoke, interact with enemies in a little bit of a different manner. Briefly explain how those change.
Yeah, we just wanted to keep the core mechanics from Siege. You don't learn to play your operator differently. You use them with the same gadget the same way. But the effect may differ and make you able to use those new stealth dynamic and those new takedown mechanics you have seen during the demo.
Of course, the same tools that you're used to, you're not going to be learning a whole new game how to play Siege again. It's still the same Siege, but just a few little wrinkles that you're going to be able to experience once you get your hands on Outbreak.
And experiment.
And experiment. And of course, we've been talking about these two different difficulty levels. Explain to us what these difficulty levels are, regular and pandemic.
Well, if you don't want to die in front of your streamers, those guys there, over there, you play normal. If you want to enjoy the real experience of Outbreak, of course you play in Pandemic. You will be able to not only enjoy sometimes a mix between various special archetypes, like for example, two router assisting the smatcher into smatching you. You will see that the enemy are a lot more resistant, but the top archetype, you will discover a new one just for Pandemic. Your teammates. It's the best one as doing a net shot because the friendly fire will be enabled.
Right, for the first time actually in normal mode in Outbreak, there won't be friendly fire enabled. But in Pandemic, friendly fire is enabled, so if you're tossing a grenade, shooting Ash, breaching Chard, it's going to create even more chaos than a breacher running at you, for example. And of course, with the Pandemic mode, there are going to be exclusive Ubisoft Club Challenge rewards. And we're going to take a quick look at some of these rewards. They are so cool looking in-game. They're going to be used in both PvP and PvE, of course. And they're kind of glowing, and there's going to be one per week, actually. And there is even going to be one leading up to the launch of Outbreak. So these are going to be exclusive for beating Pandemic mode in the game, which is really going to be kind of a cool reward once you receive those. All right, so talking about the operators, going back to the operators, we have a select limited amount of operators. Why are we only limiting it to a certain amount?
There's two factors. First, the fan service and the fact that Vitaly is very big as a man and I'm small. So of course there's Chenka in the game. But also, instead of just the fan service, we have to find the right operator to have a synergy inside the Outbreak operation. And for example, Twitch with her drone zapping grunts would have been funny to see, but a bit useless. And then, as I said, the three operators are key to the drama. Each one is a key player, so they need to really separate their role. And you need someone to maintain the team alive, like Doc or the new operator Finca, which excel at that. You need, with that swarm of enemy coming at you, some good crowd control operator, like Ying, for example, or the new Lion operator to help you manage the amount of enemy coming. And of course, you need the damage dealer. And for that, we bring the Russians, of course.
The Russians, so Tachanka, Kapkan, and Glaz are all going to be playable in this as well.
Outbreak was just designed for Tachanka. It's Operation
Yes,
Chenka in real.
Operation Tachanka. Yeah, no, I think we're going to see a lot of different gameplay, and not changing the way that operators are played. It's one of the reasons why Thermite is not actually playable, but he is going to be in there, as Lucian's going to be sort of talking about, but he is going to be in there. But talk a little bit about why we didn't want Thermite playable in Outbreak.
Yeah, your enemies are not barricaded. So if we wanted to have Thermite as a useful operator, we would have changed basically his gadget. Well, Thermite without the Thermite charge, really? And we want you to enjoy your operator, the way you play them into Outbreak. We're not bringing a clone of them in Outbreak. We're bringing your operator, your main operators into the games. So they had to be useful. They had to make sense into it.
The main operators, and also your fan favorite operators like we've seen in the CG trailers with Ash, Thermite, Tachanka, and even Doc in that opening CG trailer. Lucian, talk a little bit about why we selected this all-star cast of Rainbow Six operators.
No, first of all, in all fairness, I did try to give Thermite a nuke. So, I did try to include him in on this. So, look, as far as the operators that we have are concerned, there was kind of a split in how we approached it. The first one was, who are our most popular operators? Who are the operators that